Hey, coaches, welcome back to Football Talk with Coach Chip. Today, as you can see, our topic is going to be use run blocking for quick game pass protection. If you're a long-time viewer and subscriber to Football Talk with Coach Chip, you know a lot of times I get my ideas from you guys, from questions you ask, from posts on social media, or sometimes just from reading other people's posts. Hey, that's a good topic. Coaches got a lot of interest in that, a lot of questions. Let's do it. This came from an email that a coach was asking about some quick game stuff. And I did some research and sent him some answers. And I said, that'd make a good Facebook post on the Football Talk with Coach Chip group page. And then I thought, I did all the research. Might as well make it into a cockeyed video. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be looking at how you can use your run blocking for quick game pass protection and turn your quick game, you don't have to do it all the time, we didn't do it all the time, turn it into a de facto play action pass. Let's pay a few bills first. Hey, opportunity to get better, and it's 100% free. Some of y'all may know, you've seen, I think I put my segment with Coach Tatum on the Football Talk with Coach Chip channel. But Coach Ian Tatum up in North Carolina puts on this online clinic every year. And this year he asked me to be on it. And so I said, well, let me promote it on my YouTube and let me promote it on my social media. Now, I know some of y'all are going to be watching this after the fact. If I'm not mistaken, you can follow the link to the online clinic, and I'm going to have that on here too in a little bit. You can follow that link even after it's over because it's on YouTube. And what he does YouTube Live. It's going to be from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm speaking at 9. So that's a great opportunity. You've already paid money to go to clinics and all this stuff. Hey, you can sit right there in the comfort of your own house. And it's going to be quick and fast because each speaker is 30 minutes. So you do the math. That son of a gun's got 24 speakers, I reckon, because that's 12 hours from 8 to 8. But head on over there Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday evening, and check out Tatum Coordinator Clinic, and that's on YouTube, and that's a good one. Oh, and since I don't know how to make it pop up and make it a link, I don't know how to do that. You have to look down in the show description or in the show notes, whatever you want to call that. Look down below. And I'll have the link to the Tatum Coordinator Clinic there for you. Okay, so y'all need to head on over there on Saturday, March the 29th, and I'm speaking to you in the year 2025, not 2525. That's an old song, isn't it? Hey, having a system isn't just important, it's essential. You cannot be consistently successful, have long-term success if you do not have a system. It doesn't have to be my system, which is what I'm pushing today, but it's got to be a system, whether it be air raid, whether it be wing tee, whether it be flex bone, whatever it is, you got to have a system, y'all. The gun power spread system, only $100, and it's flexible. You don't have to be in the gun to run it. Okay, you're going to lose out on some of the RPOs and the screen game if you're under center, but you can run the system. It's built around gap down backer blocking. And to me, it will suit you. It's perfect for smaller schools that have kids going both ways, although it will work at bigger schools. You don't have to have kids going both ways to make it work, obviously. But the way it's set up, it's easy to do at a smaller school when you got kids going both ways. And also, there's a ton in there for sub-varsity football. I'm talking 9th grade, middle school, youth league, 14 under, 12 under, all that good stuff. Can you do it all? No. As a matter of fact, y'all, we were pretty dadgum good, and there was no year we did all the stuff that's in this system. What I did, I took everything that we did, and it all fits together. And it builds on other things. If you have a quarterback that can skedaddle, you can run the option game that's built into the system. You got a quarterback that can spin it. We had it over in Lynette. We had two quarterbacks had a 6-year run. They were brothers, and they could run. and they could throw. So we did a little bit of both of that. We ran option game. We ran the screens. We had a bunch of those scat backs that could go. We ran jet. And then I jumped across the river to Georgia and had a big, tall quarterback. He was athletic, but he wasn't a runner. And he could spin it. You know, we won 6 games there and went to the playoffs in the 1 year I spent there. Then I went up north to Noonan, had a 9th grade quarterback who was a good athlete, but he was young. And we were able to put in a good chunk of this system with him. And we won 8 ball games and went to playoffs, got beat in the quarters. What I'm saying is that shows you that's 4 different quarterbacks. 2 of them are a lot alike, but 4 uniquely different quarterbacks, 3 totally different styles of play that operated in this system. So what I'm saying is you can find something that will suit you and your team. Just hit me up at siegel.chip@gmail.com. You get a free wristband creator on an Excel, and you can build your wristbands. And I tell you how to do that. I tell you how you can signal in plays, how the ways we did it. I mean, it goes into detail. I told somebody, I said, it's kind of a memoir in some aspects, because I tell you how we built it, and I tell a couple of stories in the book as well. And it's over 400 pages, and I will update it, and the updates are free, and I'll just send it to you. I keep up with who buys it, and when I update it, I just send out links, not links, but attachments to everybody who bought it. The offensive line manual that I've been selling for a couple of years here on the channel and on my social media is now available in paperback. You can get it over on Amazon. All you got to do is go in and type in offensive line manual, and I think it will come up, but you may have to type in gap down backer blocking too. But it's 147 pages. What I did was I took the ebook that I have sent to coaches as a Google slide and converted it and put it on there. A lot of coaches saying, hey, this would be good as a book. I'd really like to have a book in my hand. And also, too, I thought the marketing of it, letting Amazon market it. And sure enough, coaches from really, not an exaggeration, y'all, from all over the world have been buying it. And it's just different than the other one. It's the exact same information, but it's just a different format. And let me tell you this, if you buy the offensive line manual for gap down backer blocking from Amazon, I will just, send me a screenshot that you did it. I'll send you the email, the ebook as an email. And that way you'll have the ebook so you can present it to your coaches and to your kids. I've already done that for several guys that have heard me say it on the last couple of videos and on a couple of podcasts. And what I did was I converted all the video links that were in the ebook to QR codes. So you open the book and you can scan it with your phone and it'll go to the video. And I created a bunch of 15 new videos that go along with it that you only get through that. And by the way, if you bought the ebook, go back and check it now and make sure it updated, because I updated the other day and added those 15 videos at the end of it. And let me know if that works. It shows up on my end, the Google slide my end, but it should have been saved to the drive. And if you're not a Google coach, let me know and I'll resend it to you. And just so you'll have it, I don't want anybody to get shortchanged on this deal. So this is a great opportunity. It's only, same price. Amazon maybe get $29.99. I've been selling it for $30, and so the guys that buy it from Amazon are going to save a penny. Sue me. All right, don't forget, subscribe to the channel and like the video. You got to subscribe to help me out. You got to subscribe to get the freebies, all the free resources that we offer here. Don't forget the podcast. You find it at Spotify, Apple, all major podcatchers. Up in the 40s now on episodes of the podcast. Football Talk with Coach Chip, the podcast. And you can find college coaches, high school coaches, middle school coaches, youth league coaches, all talking ball with Coach Chip. All right, let's get started. That took me entirely too long to do all that. I hope you fast forwarded through it, those of you that are longtime listeners. I use run blocking for quick game pass pro. Now, here's what I was saying. You can call your run and then attach. In this case, we just did a backside slant. We're going to fake jet. I'd love this because it's the simplest RPO ever. It's quick game, really. Because what you're doing, the quarterback can pre-snap this booger. And if this backer doesn't bump into the box or bump down on the line, if he stays out here for whatever reason, you can run the play. You flash fake the jet and then give it to the running back. If he bumps in, then you throw the slant. That's if you feel like your dude can win the corner, and he should be able to win against the corner. And this is not exactly how we do it, but this is exactly how we did it. But this is not exactly how you can do it. I'll show you something else in just a moment. It's not bad stuff, guys, because it's really a no mesh, because you're not meshing the jet. You're faking the jet. Remember, I always say, let the jetter do the faking. That way, you don't have to stick the ball in there. It's a proximity fake. You don't have to put the ball in his gut and take a chance. He's going so fast and so hard, he knocks it out of the quarterback's hands. You just keep it close to your body. Let the jetter do the faking while the quarterback is reading out here in the flat. And then he can throw that sucker out there. If this guy stays out of the box, you give the cockeyed thing. So it's a no-mesh RPO. That ain't bad. All right, let's get to a quick game right here. All right, now this is our slant out concept. Over here on the right side, you can see it's like the read or the choice route, whatever you want to call it, where he can run a hitch. If the guy's playing way off, if the guy's up in his face, he can run a fade. If the guy's giving up the inside and there's nothing in here because the backer's down here kind of playing a 9 on the wing, on the H, you can run the slant. But over here, this is where it's good stuff. Now, it's not an RPO, but they're going to swear you're running RPOs. They're going to have to play it like you're running RPOs. By the way, to make your fans think you're really high tech. But the coach is making the call. If you got a kid that's really sharp, you can let him make the call. But the coach is making the call, making the decision with a signal over there. All right, hit me up, and I'll tell you what the signal is, or what we use. You can use your own. But we're just blocking counter, GH counter. And you're pre-snapping. Is this guy out here on these guys? Are these two over these two? And you don't want to take a chance on it, because if he's out there, you've got what you want. Remember, you've called a counter, so obviously it's a rundown, whatever a rundown is to you. And so if this outside backer is out of the box and can't fall in, then just give the cockeyed thing and you run your GH counter. But if this backer is in here, like this, where he can fall in, then you throw the dang thing. Because I can promise you this, if this joker's apex, remember, apex is halfway between the tackle and number 2. If he's apex right here, he can't play that. All you got to do is tell your kid, flash fake it and be eyeballing the corner. If the corner if the corner comes up, throw the slant, okay? But the corner is going to cover the slant. Or this team, you're going to beat the snot out of them because they're not well coached. The corner's got to take that slant to some degree, or he's got to back up. That's why we released him outside. We make him think it's a fade, boom, and then you hit the speed out right there. And now they got to go out there and cover it, which is what you want anyway. So they got to put the backer out there over your number 2, and now you can run the counter. All right, here is and I'll show you some video of this. This is our fade out concept. Notice the release by number 1 is the same as it was on the slant, but now he's going to get vertical down the yellow brick road, which is about 2 feet below the numbers. I call that the yellow brick road. We've got a couple of videos on that here on the channel. Type in yellow brick road on the search on the channel, and you can find those videos. And it's the same thing. The read's the same, just a different concept. You're just checking this cat out right here. Can he play the run? And if he can't, give it. And if he's inside, can he cover the out? Now you know the corner is going to be gone. Or again, they're not very well coached. And against cover 2, he may squat, and that becomes a hole shot because the free safety here has got to play it over the top, and that leaves this area here open. That's the hole. A fade is not a bomb. I've said that before. All right, now I love this one. This is our under slant, as we called it. Now, we tweaked it. Again, notice he's releasing out, just like he did on the other 2. And then he's going to come to balance, gather his feet, his hips under him, and then dig hard in here and then slow down because he doesn't want to get up in this mess. If he runs in here like it's a race, he's going to run into traffic. That's always open. I promise you. We never got big yards off of it. But again, it's a rundown. You're looking at 4 or 5 yards. The corner's a great tackler. Or the free safety came up. That free safety came up. You need to be coming back, running a sluggo right there, right past him. Let him high five that cat as he runs past him. Same read. Everything's same over here on the right with your read or your choice route. And then everything in here is the same. And if you give him the signal to throw it, to go with the throw, just tell him, just flash fake. Make sure the running back sells the TT out of the run. All right, now, if you don't want to do that, and this is what I gave them on the Football Talk with Coach Chip Facebook page, this is nothing but our play action pass protection. You go back and look at that, type in play action pass on the YouTube channel, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I've got 2 or 3 videos on it. And it's just a great way for teams that are keying backers. It gets those linebackers. And by the way, the reason I love slants, but slants are a lot better when you are giving a play action fake. I went back right here. That fake's going to make this guy. I'm going to tell you who kills slants, not outside backers, because they're flat defenders and you're slanting inside. Inside backers undercutting them. That's what kills slants. So the flash fake gives your slants a better opportunity to be successful. But this, if you just want to put this in, now here's how you teach it. Say, guys, block it just like counter, except the tackle on the H, don't pull. So it's just like, say, same as. Just like, same as. Just like counter. And if you are worried about, and he shouldn't have anybody downfield because it's a quick game. He's going to flash fake and throw. The quarterback's going to flash fake and throw. But if you're worried about it, you can give them a call. We used to give a call like OTL one place, ATL another place. If we were doing a play action pass and we wanted them to know they cannot go downfield, we would call something to do with Atlanta because ATL means at the line, and there was a trigger word. We're not far from Atlanta, and so they all know about the Hawks, the Braves, the Falcons. So we said Atlanta, Hawks, Falcons, or Braves. Any of those 4 words, the lineman knew it was a pass. Not to go downfield. You can run and just tell your kids, for whatever you make this call, say, guys, it's a new call, but it's nothing new except don't go downfield. It's the same as the counter. Just we're not going to have a wrapper. And that way now you can involve your H in the concept if you want to, for whatever reason. Okay? All right. Now there'll be a blend here of us and our teams that I coached. And like I said, some guys doing something similar. This was 19. We were in a lot of 4 wide receiver sets just because we only had one real tight end type kid. And that's him right here, the number 3 in the slot. And we did attach him some, and we did snug him up in here some too. But he was the only one. There's other years we didn't have but 2. And by the way, this kid also played linebacker. So we were a lot of 2 and 3 wide, still running a lot of the same concepts. But look, watch this. We're going to block zone. And you say, that's not zone, coach. You're not climbing. We locked a lot because we threw a lot off this blocking. So we'd lock on the backside. But y'all look at this. See, it's just a hitch. He's just running out there where they ain't. Watch that. Boom, right there. So that's good stuff, cuz. And you're run blocking. Watch the line. They're run blocking. Boom. Zone again. Same play the other way. Same play that. Watch, we're going to come off the ball. Boom. You see my tackle, ninth grade tackle. He ain't little, but ninth grade tackle running out there. You'll see some of them were dry. Now this is on the goal line, but they didn't cover the slot. And so it was a zone. See the kids coming off? The quarterback just looked over. I don't know if you can see him do it. I may have edited out where he looks at him. He looks over at the running back and he goes, me. So that way the running back knows, carry out a fake. You're not getting it. Don't turn around and look for the football. Don't think I fumbled it. I'm flash faking to you. And notice it's not a ride and decide because it's not an RPO. It is quick game, or in this case, a fast screen off of a run. It just happened to be zone. And again, that year we didn't have H-type kids, so we ran a lot more zone than ever any other time in my life. See, look, the left guard is even in a 4-point stance because we were, they thought we were running zone from the 1, but that was just too open. They didn't cover the slot. And that's all it is. It's just quick game or fast screen with a run thing. Now, that year, that kid was a senior. He'd been a 3-year starter, coach's kid, very high football IQ. And we gave him the ability to do that. We would see it on the sideline or in the box and hope that he saw it, and he always did. He like I said, he's a good one. Another one, you can see we got linemen. Technically, they're downfield. You're not going to get that call. Unless they pass the linebackers, you're not going to get that call. But look at him. He threw it right over the lineman's head because we're running. It's a run play. He flash faked it. Watch, there's no riding the side. Look, flash fake, boom, and hit it right there. And again, this is RPOs on training wheels, is what I said in my post. RPOs on training wheels. It's a great way to learn the RPO. Great way to introduce RPOs to your program. You got a quarterback, you just don't trust him. Not because he's a bad kid, you just don't trust him to read it. This may be the thing to do, and you look to the sideline and you give them the signal. Hit me up at siegel.chip@gmail.com, and I'll tell you the signal that we use. Boom. See, it's basically the same play. Okay. Another goal line. Okay, we're trips to the left. We got zone called again, and our zone really was just a dive. That was a good decision because, look, they got the box packed, but they leaving that poor youngin' out there. Look here, he's got no help inside. Number 2 was quicker than a hiccup. And he's going to run the slant. Boom. You heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. He'll be as buck-naked wide open as the day he was born. Watch this. Boom. Didn't have to do a great move on him. And there it is. See, running the quick game with run blocking. All right, here's another school. This is the 9th grader I told you about. Now, this is the fade out that we drew up in the diagram. Now, this year we're about 50-50, 2x2, and having the H in the game in the backfield or attached. And this is one of our 2x2 sets. And we just called fade out with the zone. So you see the lineman coming off, getting down, driving the guys off the line. It's good movement. We probably could have kept it, but he said, this kid can't cover the out. And he was right, because this is exactly what I drew up on the fade out. Look, this kid is apex. Okay. Man who has 2 girlfriends has no girlfriend. Man who has 2 responsibilities can't fulfill either one of them. In football, he can't. There's no way he can cover this kid on the speed out. And we were running to the left, so there's no way he could have helped there either. So that's what I'm talking about. And this is why you need to do it. If you said, my kid ain't got that kind of arm. He ain't got an arm to throw this out. You can do it to the boundary. It's high school. Guys, what you see on TV ain't our hash marks. And if your guy can't throw these passes, and if you're in gun, you better be a single wing team. You got no business in the gun if you can't throw these passes. You're just doing it for looks. I'm sorry, I'm not being ugly. I'm just telling you the truth. All right, this was a power. And we lined him up wide because of the way they played their DNs. You can see he's still going to get the turnout block. And all he did was look over at the running back pre-snap and say me. If he says me, that tells the running back, you're not getting it. Don't turn around and look for it. Carry out your fake. That's all that means. Because we're pre-snapping this. Look, we've got a bubble or kind of a stand pass, if you will. And look, there's nobody in the hole. So he throws it out here to him. High snap, didn't get much of a fake, but the running back did. All right, now this one. We were up by 2-3 touchdowns maybe, and it's like 3 minutes, 4 minutes to go in the game. And they look, all of them right here. They decided, and this kid could play. He was a D2 caliber wide receiver, but he didn't want to play football in college. He wanted to go and be a kid, went to the University of Georgia and live in the frat life. Good for him. But he could have played D2. He could go get it. And they decided they went man, and they loaded up the box. And we're behind the sticks. They are attacking our butt. They're teeing off on us. And so we just faked the power, called power, and told these guys to run the fade out. Watch. Look at the outs, buck naked, wide open. But he knew, throwing a 50-50 ball to this kid was really more like a 70-30 ball. Honest goodness, it really was. There it is. It's good stuff. All right, another zone and another fade out. Same thing. Quick game attached to the run game. You can do it off your counter. You can do it off your zone. And I'm not going to get to the college clips. Iowa State uses it off their stretch, their outside wide zone. And and they're blocking the crap out of it. And the quarterback just looks through, I like it. And this is one like you saw similar in the opening clips, just running the all hitches. And we got the run called up front. I will show you this one, and then we'll go because it's almost 30 minutes. I watched the end zone shot. You can really see they're blocking run. This is a run. Watch the line. Boom. They're 2-3 yards downfield blocking guys. They're not going to call it, especially in high school, especially if you're engaged. If you're engaged with a D lineman, they're not going to call it. They're not. And I've had many, many referees tell me that if these cats don't go past these cats, the linebackers, they're not going to call it because that's what they're looking for. Y'all watch it on TV, they do it all the time. And until they decide they want to take it out of the game and make it an emphasis, it's going to be there. It's going to be there. So don't worry about that. All right, that's it. Went a little bit long, but I don't care. You guys, you got the pause button, and it saves wherever you dropped off at. So that's cool. And once you've gone through it once, you know where the stuff that you want to see is located anyway. If you want to go find that diagram, it's there. If you want this presentation, holler at me. I'll send it to you. You know I will. Just show me you're a subscriber. Okay, you got to subscribe to get those freebies. You can find me on Twitter/X at Coach Chip, Coach Chip at Chip Siegel. You can also find me on Facebook. The group is Football Talk with Coach Chip on Facebook. And if you want to help old Coach Chip out, guys, I'm raising money right now. I'm being funny, but I'm serious too. I'm raising money right now. I got a special account set up. I want to go to Ireland and do a clinic and a camp for the American Football Association in Ireland. I had them on the podcast. Go back and look. It was back in the late summer. And it's one of the early episodes of the podcast. I'm trying to get to Ireland. I've got almost everything I sell right now is going into that account. What little bit I sell. And I'm going to go to Ireland and do a camp and a clinic over there for the Irish greyhounds. I think that's what they call it. Wolfhounds. Irish wolfhounds. And I'm going to go over there, and I think it's too late this year. I'd like to do it in the spring. and maybe it'll be next year. But that's why I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing with my money. And I'm putting it right back into football. All right, so go to buymeacoffee.com/Coach Chip. Don't /Coach Chip. It's buymeacoffee.com. All right, here's this is not updated. I should have updated. It's up to 50-something. I'm going to put it on the Football Talk with Coach Chip page. And there's 50-something resources now that you get free. Just tell me what you want. All you got to do is be a subscriber to the channel. And we got the weightlifting programs in there. I've added so much more stuff. Like I said, it's 50-something now. This just got 38. I should have updated it. Hey, I'll get together with you. Google Meet, whatever you want. Over 40 years of experience is an email away. Help you with consultation, install. I did a lot of stuff during the season, consulting with guys, helping them with their game film and helping them with troubleshooting. That's why all those troubleshooting videos were made in the fall, because I was just taking what I did with them and making it into a video, and nobody knew who it was about. And I even tell them, I said, hey, I'm going to make this into a video. Watch it, and you can keep going back to this meeting, because it was stuff from the meeting, but you didn't know who I was talking to, because I keep that a secret, and I don't want anybody to know that you're getting help from me. I'm going to tell people I'm helping you. I'm just not going to use your name. So I'll get with you. Don't forget Coach Tatum's Coordinator Clinic coming up on March 29th of 2025, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I believe it's like 24 speakers. They're not even taking a lunch break. And it's going to be, they got college speakers, high school speakers, OCs, DCs, head coaches, retired old farts. I don't know who that would be. And look down in the show notes below in the description and be sure to get that link so you can head over on Saturday if you're watching this before Saturday the 29th. All right, y'all. Until next time, be elite. All video clips contained on Football Talk with Coach Chip are meant for analysis, criticism, comment, teaching, and research by football coaches. We believe this falls under the fair use doctrine of the Copyright Act, Section 107.